Oh, we're not ready yet. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Let me know if audio's okay. I have no idea how to monitor this simultaneously, making sure everything's set up okay, and then also figure out everything that I'm doing currently. First of all, thank you, everybody who is currently here. I appreciate it. Cool, awesome. Let me just take a look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Everybody who's here, thank you very much. Nice. So I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm just gonna send a tweet out real quick and then post something. Nice. I'm glad that you can see me. That's pretty important, I think. I'm gonna post a tweet real quick, and then we will get started. Let's see. How's everybody doing? How's your Monday? Good, I hope. Let's see. Multitasking is not my thing, sorry. Okay. We are live. What should I say in the post? We are live. Just come hang out. I don't know. Nice. Oh, it's Tuesday. I have no idea. How do time zones work? Nice. LBP sac libsac. Sorry if I don't say that right, but if you need to sleep, if you need to take a nap, take a nap. Monday's just being a Monday. Yeah, I get that. Okay. 4 p.m. It's Monday for me, 4 p.m. Where are you? First of all, where is everybody? I'm on the East Coast, so it's 6 p.m. for me. Yeah. Okay. Colorado. Very cool. Eastern Standard Time. New England, cool. Same. Germany. Okay. Wow. Such an eclectic bunch. Hawaii. England, former subsidiary of Europe. Sounds right, yeah. Pacific Standard Time. Amsterdam. Wow, you guys are from all over, man. I love it. Love it. Okay, sent out a tweet, made a YouTube post. I think we're good to go. Um, hey man, thanks Oliver for the $1.49. Those of you who don't know, Oliver, who just sent the super chat, is the piano player for the track that we're gonna be looking at today. So he might be a little bit biased in whether or not he appreciates all this. I also want to say thank you for everybody who has like commented and said nice things about the music. It's been definitely like super stressful and a lot of work to get everything going with that. And we were working up right until like the deadline to get that in. But I think it turned out awesome, and I'm really happy that everybody seems to like dig it. I'm happy Scott likes it. We got a little bit of a different setup from the last time I did a stream. Last time I did a stream was like a super long time ago, and since then, got a Canon M50, got some actual key lights that are looking pretty good. Trying to make it look a little bit more pleasing to the eye and not, like 3x3 pixels of me in the corner. Also a new mic. First time actually using this mic for its intended purpose of broadcasting. So hopefully it goes well, and hopefully it doesn't like completely max out my CPU while trying to do all this stuff simultaneously, because we got a lot to look at. There's a lot to look at here. Thank you, Super R. Thank you. What am I doing? So, how should I do this? I think so. Let me just explain a little bit, like, about the process in general. Okay. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. It will go wrong, and if it will happen during the stream. So there's a long process of trying to get this to work and trying to get this to get, all of the scheduling right with the players, getting audio recordings in, and then also another level of that was having to prepare a score, which I haven't had to do for anything on the channel ever, which was pretty cool. I actually got to, notate out a score, put those years of music school to work and actually, notate out a score like I would for any other contemporary classical music piece. Had to do parts, had to send those out, had to make sure that we had all the tracks, like I said. And then before that, there was a whole, animations are happening. I had to send in a very rough sketch of everything that was going to happen. Adam Davis, would you say this track was more influenced by the style of Color Splash, Origami King, or 3D World? We're going to get to that. That seems to be, I don't know why it's so, it feels pretty controversial. A lot of people have had this reaction that's like, this is just 3D World. Which, by the way, yes, it was influenced heavily by 3D World. But more so, 3D World was heavily influenced by just big band. And a lot of what I'm kind of seeing is people, being very familiar with Super Mario 3D World, not so much jazz. So their only frame of reference is 3D World, which is great. I think the music from 3D World is awesome. It's probably like my favorite Mario soundtrack of all time, and that was specifically used as reference for the music. In fact, Scott sent me. He cut up the 3D World credits theme and gave it to me and said, "Hey, this is kind of like what we're working with. So if you could write something that fits this framework that I've laid out with this edit of 3D World, will be perfect." So that's kind of why it's like super heavy on the 3D World, and it kind of lines up pretty well. Is because 3D World was used as a temp track, which in the world of film scoring basically means before final editing is done, before there's a picture lock, which means whenever editing is finished, they're not touching it anymore. They're using like reference tracks, reference music, to put in the score in the meantime before the composer can get their hands on it. So then when the composer gets it, they have to deal with the temp tracks that were used to edit the film to, which is kind of like what we did here. So 3D World was used as a reference, was used as a temp track, so had to run with 3D World. So that's kind of how that happened, and we'll get into it a little bit. I don't want to get too in depth into that, but I was tagged in this Twitter post that was like, hey, I edited the two together and laid them on top of each other, and they fit perfectly, which, fair enough, okay. They fit perfectly to an extent, but there was a lot of stuff that was happening there that I'll bring up later after we kind of get into it. Yeah, I don't really think of Disco Song as a persona, but Paper Mario. Yeah, I mean, the only reference I used was 3D World. The only reference that was used at the very beginning was 3D World, and that's kind of it. But afterwards, I definitely see like the Paper Mario stuff, definitely, just because of the animations and everything. But that wasn't an intention. But I'm happy that that kind of connection's happening. Would I like to work on more big band music in the future? Yes. And I'm not going to get into too many details, but there will be some more big band music to come. And if you thought that the music for this was crazy, well, I'm not going to get too much details. Yeah, the Nathan 709. He's the guy who made the tweet, which we'll get into. Nathan, you're a little, yeah. You did a little bit of trickery there, I think, with just with the keys. Cause I mean, well, I'm trying not to get too distracted, but we'll get back to it. Stay tuned, and we'll address it. Kind of listen to it a little bit and talk about it. So, first things first, I'm going to open up the Logic file and kind of go through a little bit of it. Hopefully that audio is going to be okay. So here's the track and all the stems. So there's a lot happening here. And for what it's worth, very little of this is MIDI for the first time in a long time. So the sketch was all MIDI, and then most of what you hear in the final track is actually real people. Let's see, where should I start here? So this here is Oliver's track. So let's kind of get it in. Try to go into here. So this is Oliver's track. This is Oliver's piano playing. I'm going to play a little bit of Oliver. The only reason I'm going to do this is just because in the nature of the mix, you just don't get to hear a lot of it. So I just kind of want to let everybody hear this a little for a second. Hold on a computer's not being cooperative. Can we hear this? Is this good? Can somebody comment? Is this showing up? Let's see. Yeah, it should be. I see it. Okay, cool. So this is Oliver playing. Something that Oliver, if Oliver's still here, I'm gonna like embarrass him a little bit because there's specific things that he did that I didn't write, that were so good. Like specifically this thing, hold on. Just at the end of here. Just at the end of the big, right before the solo section starts. He just did that. That was beautiful. Yeah, it does sound smooth and alluring, man. Thank you. This is all you. And then obviously his solo, which is just so good. The only thing that I did to the solo was because I had to transition it into the trumpet solo. I just had to like add in a little bit of a transition to get into it. So it kind of seamlessly goes in from Oliver's piano into this little tag that I put on the end of it, just so that it lined up with the next phrase. Yeah. So that is actually sounds like this. So without my little part, it actually goes on like this. So kind of had to like end it there because I was trying to add in the other solos. So that's kind of what I did there. So that's the piano. That's the first thing that we got in that we recorded, which I feel like is a good idea. In general, just kind of like if you're going to do one thing first and something as dense as this, you kind of want it to be piano. And these are little pickups that Oliver did later. Nice. That's pretty much all the piano. And then these little I took this from another cut, Oliver. Another take that you did. What else is there? That's it for piano. Let's go on. The bass, again, I have to, first of all, Garrett, Garrett, he did the other song in RPG Guy. He's the one that put me onto this bass patch, this bass sample library, and it's awesome. It's called Scarby Pre-Bass. And he's like the master at like programming, and that was like my one takeaway after listening to it. Like the production's awesome. Like you can very clearly, like Garrett works primarily with like pop music, like pop mixing, which I am not that great at. But you can tell, I guess I can, from anybody who's used this plugin before, how much time it takes to program all of the little things that make it sound really nice. So I would encourage you, if you're watching this, to go back and listen to Garrett's track. Why don't you play them? And listen to that bass and just understand that none of that's an actual bass player. That Garrett had to go in and like program all of that MIDI to sound like that. So this is the bass for this. ahead and open this up. Yeah, I was there. I was at in the breakdown stream. I'm going to turn ozone off. Just put a limiter on it. Okay. You can kind of see, this is, well, here. This is the score. We're going to take a look at that in a second. So this is the bass. Yeah, you get the idea. That's the bass line, walking bass line. It's typical jazz stuff. I opted for electric bass just because it kind of sounded more contemporary, I guess. Could have used like upright, acoustic bass, and that's something Oliver and I actually talked about for a little bit, the benefits of using either. So that's the bass. I'm trying to get through like the most simple stuff first so that we can actually get into like the horn section, which is the most interesting. Not to say that Oliver's playing is not interesting, but there's more moving parts, I should say. Here's the drum kit, which is all what is it called? Native Instruments makes it. It's the studio kit. I spent so long. This probably took the longest. I'm still not super happy with them, but the drums took the longest. Just because you're like performing all of the drums on like a keyboard, and when I'm not happy with a take, I'm just delete it, start over, go back and edit it really close to what I kind of want it to be if it's not too far off, but it's just time consuming and tedious. That's the drum kit. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to skip over the saxophone section, and I'm going to go straight to the trombones, because even though this is a little secret, not really secret, I guess. I don't really care. But in the video that I posted of all of us playing, I'm playing trombones, which I have no clue how to play trombone. I just thought it needed some sort of visual indication as part of the horn section, but I don't know how to play trombone. I was Googling how to hold a trombone before I filmed that. I just had no idea. So here's the trombone section. These are all actually, I have a bunch of jazz libraries. I have straight ahead jazz horns. I have the studio horns by Native Instruments. But the best trombones that I have are the built-in Logic. So Logic has built-in sounds, and the best trombone, like studio trombone sounds that I have are just Logic's stock studio horns. I love the way that they handle articulation, all that kind of stuff. So you can kind of see here, we have bass trombone, and then a pad trombone, which is basically just a single trombone patch where I can just play chords on it and just have it do harmony, and then individual trombone parts. Is this the right trombone ones? Okay, no. I guess I have two trombone stems. One of these is wrong. Hi, Samurai Pug. Welcome to the stream. Let's keep energy up, Nick. Here's the actual trombone stuff. That was my bad. Tenor saxophone solo happening here. Okay. So these are all, like I was saying, just all fake trombones. They kind of do the same thing here at the breakout section. Here's the breakout. Trombones, give it up to nobody, because nobody played those, because they're not real. Moving on, let's jump back to saxophone. So, this saxophone section is a mixture of different players. So I'm playing primarily tenor sax. Quincy's playing alto sax. So this is what the saxophones sound like. Yeah, Landy, I think the thing with trombones, I could have found on really short notice, tried to find some trombone players to or at least one trombone player to play those parts. But I think I was just thinking, if we're layering stuff, you know, there's no point. Like, if we're layering stuff and you're not going to be really able to hear the detail in the trombone section, then just make it a virtual trombone, and nobody will know the difference, which I think came across well, because I don't think nobody said anything about it being not like fake trombones or anything. Everybody seems to think it's real. Let's see. Yeah. Saxophones. Another thing about this is there's little parts of breakout throughout all of this. You probably don't really notice it at the beginning, but breakout is like woven into the fabric of everything that's not like super, like important. So like all the background harmony is kind of laid out in this way that kind of follows the melody of breakout. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I put in a lot of time on graphic design stuff, so I appreciate that. So this beginning part is basically just the breakout melody harmonized differently. So ba na 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 ba ba na na na. So. And each one of these, so this is alto 1 by itself. They're pretty much doing unisons here, so they're all playing the same thing, maybe in different octaves, which I think is fine. Down here we have, where is it? Here is the tenor solo that I played. Here. Oh, that's the old one. I had to re-record that. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Okay, cool. So here is the solo. No, it's not. Why do I have so many different versions of this in this project? I think this is it. Yeah, this is the right one. You can tell. So I originally recorded this one when I was kind of rushing just to get parts in so that I could, just have something to mix with. And then I was listening back to it, and it just sounded bad. It didn't sound good, so I had to go back and re-record it. So this is the solo. I honestly love. I mean, I could have gone back and tried to redo it so that they weren't in it, but I love the little key clicks. That just sounds. It just sounds really nice. I feel like it gives like depth. Um, Reminds you that it's real. Like where are those little key clicks? Like here. Yeah, like right there. That's just me having the microphone in a really bad placement, and you can hear my fingers clicking against the keys and everything. Yeah, Raylo. I just can't. The reason I just don't delete stuff is just because I get paranoid that I'm gonna need it later. So I just don't delete it, and then I just mute the track and then forget which one is the right one. That happens all the time. Yeah, I'm streaming again. This is my biannual stream. This only, it's like a, an eclipse or something. It happens like once every 50 years. I stream, and then I get exhausted and don't do it again. Let's see. Moving back up to the like full section. I also have a little bit of this. So these are just me playing stuff on the tenor saxophone, low in the register, to make it kind of sound like a bari sax. So that's that. That's just a little bit of stuff going on there. Going back up to like the full section. Let's see. When does it get interesting? Because I hear here they're just doing unisons too. Okay, here is when they get the parts start to change. There's another breakout. So, like I was saying before, it's like breakouts all over the place. So breakouts here too. So this is breakout here. Let's see. Let's go back and listen to each individual, so you can kind of hear. So the way this is working is alto sax 1 is doing the melody. So that's kind of like the lead saxophone. So that's saxophone 1 doing the melody. These baris down here. So basically, a lot of the way I feel like, and if Oliver's still here, he could probably say more than I could about it. But the way that the saxophone writing works in jazz bands, it's usually, the first alto playing the melody, and then you skip ahead down all the way to the baritone saxophone, which, if you don't know, there's alto sax and tenor sax, and then bari. There's 2 alto saxophones and 2 tenor saxophones, and then 1 bari. Let's see. So the bari is doubling the melody for the breakout section, an octave or 2 octaves down. And then in between that, the alto sax 2, tenor 1, and tenor 2 are all doing harmony. So let's see here. Got that muted. So that's the harmony. If you listen to these parts individually, they kind of they make no sense, which they're not kind of supposed to. But generally, when you're doing these kind of writings, you kind of want each individual line to sound like a melody, or at least nice or pleasant. There's kind of rules that I think that Oliver and I talked about on a call when we were trying to figure all this out together. So that's tenor, alto sax 2, and then tenor sax 1. And then tenor sax 2. And then all together, just makes really cool, solely saxophone section. And then skip ahead here. Leading into the solos. Cool. So that's that. That's the saxophone section. And then the trumpets, which are somewhere. Where are they? Trumpets are here. Trumpets have the most stuff going on. So we have 4 trumpet parts, and then 2 people doing those. I don't think I used this in the end, so I did have to go back and fill in some trumpet stuff with some virtual trumpet, but that was just because the mix was not cooperating, and I just needed to fill something in quick. We're just under a time crunch, and But this is the trumpet section by itself. Oh, forgot this. Da, da, da. And then skip ahead. Do a lot of trumpets, a lot of trumpet hits and stuff, just coming in. Okay, and then skipping ahead to here. And then that's it for the trumpet parts. And then let's see. And then there's Nick's solo. So Nick Presley did the trumpets. Yeah, I mean there's reverb on the trumpets. It's the only effect. And there's also some EQ stuff. I can kind of get into it, but it's really messy. The everything that's happening here is super messy and unorganized because we're just needed to keep going. It could have been more organized and everything, but we're just under just a time crunch. This is just the basic EQ that's on most of the trumpets, cutting out a lot of the lows because generally you don't need it. And then for everything in the higher frequency, kind of boost it a little bit because you needed it to cut through the mix a little bit more. Um, that's pretty much it. Just like reverb and EQ, compressor. And then there's Nick's solo, Nick Presley. I love the solo that he sent in. So good. I that's a really nice solo. Um, good stuff. And let's see, what else is there to go over? I think that's a lot of it. Just is that. I mean, we've pretty much done all of it. So the only other thing would be like the percussion here, which I'll talk about in a second. Let me read comments. I feel like I'm not really doing a good job of that. Get inspired from it. Hearing them individually is weird, but it's still cool for someone who is 14 that likes DM and electro music and 8-bit music. Yeah, I think a lot of this kind of stuff can still be applied, to any other kind of music that you're into. It's all basically, you just got to keep doing it and have experience doing it and then apply it. Just practice makes perfect, man. Let's see. Is it weird that you've been working with Scott for 2 years now? It is kind of weird. It's pretty weird, honestly. So the first time I worked with Scott was It's Awesome Baby. And that was really cool. He was still big, Scott was still pretty huge, but then I think just since then he's just kind of exponentially shot up. Says Scott solo. Is that Scott that was? No. It's not. Scott's not in any of this. It's just the name of the file that he sent me. So Nick sent me this file, and he called it Scott Trumpet Solo, but it's here. Let's just rename it. There you go. Avoid confusion. No more confusion. Yeah, that was Nick Presley. Nick Presley's trumpet solo. Which I wish I still had some of the like project files from It's Awesome Baby, but it's on an old computer. I know somebody was really wanted like an instrumental version of a Madden just for me, but I don't have it. I looked everywhere. I just don't have it anymore. So that's that. That's just gone, which happens sometimes. I wish I had a backup of it. And I'm sure that I could still get it if I opened up the computer and fished out the hard drive and like try to. Just don't have time right now. But that's it. That's like the final product. And I don't think this is like the most interesting part of all of this. This is just basic stuff that's come from like the other interesting parts, like the score and the sketching and everything. I have a small question. How did you take time to make this? Who knows, man? How did I take time to make this? There are only so many hours in the day. And I can tell you right now that it was stressful, but we still managed to do it. Also, this happens to be like my job. I mean, I do this for work, so I make time because it's important. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have time or the resources to do this if not for Scott, though. Because I had to pay everybody. I had to pay musicians, and I had to pay, sound mixing and everything. So I could try to recreate it, but I've thought about it. But there's already like I had like a very basic, version that I had for sending Scott in the first place, but so I just remastered that version. So that version's on SoundCloud now. Yeah, that's that. When did Scott reach out for you to do? Oh, you know what's cool? Okay, so Fab Does Game says, can I like pin this? So wait. Nice. Okay. Let's like move this out of the way a little bit. So Scott asked me to do this, and this is just goes to show you how like in depth Scott can get with all this stuff. Is like he messaged me about doing a big band tune in like the beginning of September. He was like, "Hey man, do you think you could do like a big band thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, that's awesome. I would love to. We can even like try to get real people, real players and everything." And this was like in September. So he's like, you have to understand that the way that Scott works is like insane. He's a madman who is just completely obsessive and neurotic in the best way possible. It's honestly inspiring how much work he puts into all of his stuff. And I think that I honestly don't think there's a lot of people on YouTube who do that. He's got this quality. It's like this. It's almost like this clickbait era of YouTube that doesn't exist anymore. But Scott the Woz has managed to stay in that bubble of like angry video game nerd and early channel awesome, like Nostalgia Critic. It's so cool. I love it. Let's see. All right. I think that's it. Well, let's just get rid of that. We're good with that. Yeah, Scott's a different. I don't know how he does it, man. It's very impressive. Let's see. I think we're good with this Logic session right now. I'm gonna open up Milky Moore asks let's see, where's Ecamm? This is the first time I'm using Ecamm instead of OBS, and I have to say that it's pretty cool. I actually really like it a lot. I like being able to pin comments like this. Did you make anything else other than music? Like, have you ever dabbled in animation or live action? I like to keep myself like pretty focused on music. It's because I feel like I know that it's probably pretty important to keep my focuses on what is immediately a career. But I do love like art. Like I do art. I can't do animation. I don't have the patience. It's already worn pretty thin because of all the stuff here. Like doing music stuff is pretty time consuming and tedious. But I do a lot of like graphic design stuff. So all of the stuff on the channel, like the channel intros and everything, I do. I make those. So yeah. My sister actually, I have a new profile picture that my sister did, which was really cool. How dare I not use OBS? Our God and Savior OBS. Yeah, here's the problem. Okay, here's the problem with OBS is that it's like, it works really well, but it's just not reliable for me. Like how many times do I have to the reason I switched to Ecamm is because I was trying to do something really simple in OBS today. Like, I was just trying to copy one scene to a new scene collection, and it just wouldn't let me. So I was like, out of desperation, just, you know what? I need to try something else. So here we are, and I kind of like it. Kind of like, Ecamm. Okay, let me try to open. I wish I had the thing. Let me switch here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna switch to. It's like a normal view, so I can do some stuff on the computer real quick. Because I just need to find the file. So I did a lot of, like I was saying before, like a lot of sketching. And part of the sketching process is just having like a really terrible version of the final product. So I did a couple of those. And if I can find them, I can show you what I'm talking about. So, big band, where is it? Oh, jeez, it's somewhere in here. I gotta find it. I always do this. I feel like I'm prepared for streams, and then I have to go and like find a particular thing, and it like I just go quiet trying to find it. Let's see. Jeez, I have so many files. Close. Save. Sure. Okay. Hopefully this is it. If it's not, then we'll just keep looking. Oh yeah, so okay, this is the version that has only like MIDI stuff. So you can see. Let's see here. So this version is like no real people yet. So this is before I was able to have everybody recorded. I was sending people this version. Let's see. So you can see like, okay. So this is what this sounds like. This is gonna be pretty funny. It sounds so bad. And the fake saxophone. So this is, like I was saying before, like this is just totally like sketching. And in fact, the version that I sent off the first time is still buried in here. So I can show you what it sounded like at the very, very beginning. So we have the bass, and I did change the key at some point so that it was in a friendly key for players. So let's just take this and like edit. Okay. This is okay. This is what I'm talking about. Like when I was talking earlier about like Garrett programming like bass stuff. Like this is not programmed. I had to play all of this in, but the amount of time that it takes to sit here and like, like do like key switching and everything, it's just terrible. That I have a lot of respect for him because of that. Okay, this is. Okay, yeah, this is the right key. Let's see. All right. Maybe this is right. Yeah. No, something's wrong. Okay. I'm not going to bother. Basically, all you need to know is that I changed the key at some point, and now there's too much going on to go back. Here, I can do this though. Hold on. I can do let's see. So this is like a mix of like the totally MIDI version with no people. And there's some differences here, but it's like the main structure's already like here and everything. Oh. Well, anyway, that's that. And then there's like another version too. Hold on. Something that Apple does is that when you're using a broadcast software, it quiets the. No, I have it set manually. That's on me. Like I have the streaming software. Apple doesn't control me. I can do what I want. Jeez, where is it? Is this it? I have so many files for this thing. So that's like another MIDI thing. I'm looking for like the very first thing that I did. Because I would like to be able to explain like oh, here it is. Okay, I think I found it. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's my fault. Because I don't have the thing hooked up. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Like, I'm trying to be prepared, but I just can't do it. Okay, now, okay. That's so embarrassing. I always do this, man. Uh, yeah. Okay. My bad. Sorry, everybody. So this is like the very first version that I ever did, and it's just piano, bass, and drum So this is just, you know, me working out ideas and everything, and having something to send Scott so that they can animate to. I didn't even have an ending, so that's the other thing. I think at some point I like had a demo version to send Scott so that the animators could start animating and everything before I was done, because the way that the process was working was that it was like I was doing music and scoring, and people were recording stuff and sending it to me, and then at the same time, like the animators and the artists were doing art and animation for the title sequence with this really bad sketch that I just played. So it was all happening at the same time, and it worked really well. I think it was pretty good for like organizing everything. And then after a while, like I just had to like make an ending, so I just made one really quick and then put it on there, and yeah, that was it. You know, wait, is the quality of the stream bad for anyone else? I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. Like, if it's not good, then like I can try to fix it, but I just need some sort of input about what's going on. Let's see. Where's Ecamm? Ecamm, nice. Let's see. Stream. It says that it's, yeah. I mean, it says like it's doing good. It might just be you. Just the resolution? Why is the resolution bad? Why would that be? Is lower than recommended. No. This is not what I want. Why is it doing this? So, God. Okay, maybe I should stick to OBS. Because it's like doing its own thing. It like set its own bit rate without my permission. Why would it do that? Does anybody know? Why would Ecamm change my bit rate? And how long has it been like that? This is no good. Yeah, it's because of the bit rate. Like, it's like Ecamm is like capping my bit rate at This is awesome. I love troubleshooting while I'm trying to do stuff like this. Okay. Okay, 1440p, whatever, blah blah blah. Good to know, man. That's awesome. I'm really glad that the entire stream it just looked like crap. No, I'm not on the trial. Um, use high crud, higher bit rate. Your upload speed is fast enough. You can select this option during. You can change clicking the HD. Yeah, but when I do that, it's option stream size. It won't let me. Okay, maybe that did something. I don't know. What does YouTube say now? Yes. Title the stream. You're not an IT guy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is it? This is annoying. This is so annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Like, come on. Stream health poor. This is not a problem. My internet's actually really good. Awesome. This is so frustrating. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. Hold on. Let's see. Include this. Like okay. See, the problem is like I like Ecamm won't let me show it like won't let me show the like Ecamm itself. Like so all the like options in here it like won't let me do it. Show controls, show smaller. No, I want so I'm trying to get like the Ecamm preferences to be able to show on screen at the same time. But it's not like I can't find where that is. Ah, okay. Awesome. Here we go. This is Ecamm preferences. And it's super tiny and I can't resize it, so hold on. Okay. You can kind of see in this little window down there what's going on. But I can't get it to like I already put the stream size is set at 1080p, wide 30 frames per second. Prior, the setting will be automatically deactivated from Ecamm. Okay, well, like this like should not be an issue. Let me like try to quit out of some stuff. No, oh God. All right. Well, we know for next time. I don't want to spend too much time like doing IT stuff. Um, I'm not sure what screen like. No. Um. I don't want it to automatically lower Ecamm. Yeah, but then it automatically gets rid of it. So if I open this up again, is it still going to be there? Well, all right. Screen sharing. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. I don't know. I mean, if it's working, then it's working. But I mean, next time I'll just use OBS again. Okay, so the score. So yeah, it's because I switched something out. So this is the score, and okay, so if there's anybody watching, who like wants a score, just let me know, and I'll try to get that to them. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to figure it out, but I mean, I don't know, just refresh the page maybe. I also can't move the window. I can't move this window, guys. I can't move it. If I try to move it, it thinks I want to move like overlays. It's like stuck in the middle of the screen. Why did I do this? This is the ultimate self-sabotage. Man. Okay. I just want this to move out of the way. Ecamm, can you just like let this go? Move somewhere else. I literally cannot move this window. Preferences. I don't want to do this, man. Okay. Whatever, we'll just hide it. Is this better for anybody? Like it should be fine. I don't know why it's being like this, but oh well. I'm just gonna keep moving on. If it's the quality's not great, then I apologize. Well, I'll have it better next time. This is the score. And let's see. We'll move in here. So this is what the score sounds like. So this is just basic MIDI playing it back. So here. Okay. Actually, let me just play like, okay. It's like proof that it's actually real people. So anyway, you get the idea. So this is the score. What I'm going to try to do within like the next like hour, 2 hours is try to clean this up a little bit and find somewhere to post it. I'll probably just end up posting it, like as a link on my website or something that people can get on and get it. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna have the score up somewhere at the end of the night. Um, it's like super. It's like not detailed. So if you're like looking for a score to actually in parts that are like publisher ready and everything, they're kind of rough, but it's all right. That's fine. I just needed something to be able to like send the musicians and everything. Is there any like specific questions about anything that I'm kind of going over? I'm kind of like moving like 100 miles an hour, just kind of trying to go through everything. Yeah, the MIDI is awesome. I have an idea. Okay, here's something I can do like in the meantime that's pretty entertaining. No. Like pick a style of music and I'll play the breakout theme in that style. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to come up with something to do. It's like the breakout theme is like my like etude study book. I've like done so many different versions of it. Mario Party. What even is that? What genre of music is Mario Party? Let's see. Oh, there's the one thing I was gonna talk about. Okay, I don't know if that guy's still here. What is so the Nathan 709s like post on Twitter. Hold on. So okay, there was this post on Twitter that was basically like a mashup of the 3D World soundtrack and the RPG guy music. And let's see. I'll play a little bit of that. Okay, the intro, I get it. It like fits very nicely in the same framework and everything, but that's like kind of because I had to. Like I like had no choice because when the like when the animations are being animated and everything, they really need to have something solid to be able to animate to. So they're using audio cues to be able to like cut and everything. So what I did is I had to use the temp track of 3D World to make up for that. So all of that was happening simultaneously, and just to kind of make it move faster, we did use 3D World to line up some cuts beforehand. And that's just kind of like the byproduct of having to work quickly. It happens. But the thing that Nathan did that was like, he changed the key of mine to be the same key as, like he pitch shifted all of it up so that it was like the same key. You're okay. I see what you're doing there, man. See what you're doing. Mine is in the key of F, and I believe the 3D World, I think it's the key, it's like G major maybe? Is it G or something? I can't remember what key is in, but it's not F. I didn't copy that completely. There's also one other thing. So, like, okay. Where is this? I'm having a hard time. So this comment here. That was like basically like Jesus. That was basically like even 137 is inspired in Word Bowser theme credits version. I think that means like that one part of the 3D World soundtrack where it has the drums and everything. So let me bring that up. So where is it? So okay, 3D World soundtrack. Okay. I think they're like referencing. Yeah. Charles Ritz. Yeah, the sing. So, let's see. Where is that part? It's like in this somewhere. Yeah, right here. This is not a Mario thing. Like this is a blatant like copy of Sing, which is Benny Goodman. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like OG. If anything, 3D World copied Benny Goodman. Not I didn't copy 3D World. I copied Benny Goodman. But honestly, if you guys are like interested, so I'll say this: um, if you're like interested in this kind of music and you have like no real like form of reference to it, like listen to a lot of Benny Goodman, like Glenn Miller, just like classic old big band stuff. You'll kind of get a good idea of what what I was going for, and I think what 3D World successfully managed to do is like be a really good like stand-in for what jazz music is. Not stand-in, sorry, what am I talking about? Like a really good representation of like standard big band writing. So I think that was really nice about the 3D World soundtrack. Yeah, but this is what I was like going for here, was this like big band like sing part. I then only later on like remembered that, oh yeah, in 3D World they do that too, which is cool. It's all in the same, let's see. But that's really it. I mean, if there any, let's see here. Does anybody like? Are there any other like specific questions? I know I should have probably like, probably should have like tried to, prepare some questions beforehand. What I will say is I'm never using Ecamm Live again. Thanks for nothing, Ecamm. You suck. Okay. Just go to like YouTube Studio, and maybe there's some like questions there that I could take a look at. There was one thing. Actually, no. Where's Studio? Studio, youtube.com, blah, 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 blah. Comments. Okay. Let's take a look. Yo, there's Raylord right there. There's like a lot of, it's just like a lot of stuff. Somebody didn't make this. Is it weird? Isn't it weird that they all look alike? It is kind of weird, honestly. We just all have like a very similar aesthetic going on. We all just kind of look like skinny guys playing instruments. Okay. Where is questions? Are there questions here? I feel like I see a lot of questions and then I can't find them later. Anyway, I think this is good. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do later, so first of all, thank you for you like a couple of people who are still sticking around, like for being here. I'm gonna try to make like a cut of this to like post on YouTube so that it's not as all over the place. Hopefully it'll look okay and it won't be as terrible looking as the stream ended up being because of Ecamm. And apart from that, I do have like plans to like actually what does this look like? I have plans to actually make some like YouTube videos, which would be kind of cool. Some real content. Never mind, that's a bad idea. Some cool ideas for stuff, for like music related stuff. So in like the coming couple weeks, I would look out for that if you're interested. Cool. Thanks guys for tuning in. I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys have a good Monday. Good rest of your night. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully. Cool. Let's see. Where's the thing? I'm still dealing with Ecamm stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Have a good night. Goodbye. All right. That's it. Bye.